Moving cattle out of the winter pens requires that we have a system on how to move the cattle. Our objective is to get the cattle to become a herd, walk out the gate and down the lane. The winter pen system is as follows. 1. Create a herd. 2. Hold them in the corner opposite the gate. 3. Move them to the gate where you are going to exit. 4. Hold them in the corner at the gate. 5. Move them through the gate. 6. Walk them down the lane. Before you get to the winter pens, you must have a plan on how you are going to gather the herd. Everyone needs to know the plan. Our objective is to get the cattle to become a herd and walk out the gate and down the lane. 2 riders go down the left side of the pen and 2 riders go down the right side of the pen. Go all the way to the back of the winter pen. You then zigzag across the pen, making sure that all the cattle are in front of you. Do not get in front of the other operators. You must keep a line. You are all heading for the lane end of the winter pen. The aim is to get all the cattle in one large mob in a quiet and steady manner. Once you get to the end, hold them in the corner opposite the gate using the inverted T principle. We are training the cattle to go and stop and settle. We are using the corner to help us. Allow the cattle to stand there for 30 seconds or until they are settled. Do not rush. Now that they have settled, move them to the corner where the gate is. Remember to stay in position to your team members. Start the lead to get the cattle to move to the gate. Do not rush the cattle. Keep watching them to see what they are going to do. As you approach the corner, use the inverted T to get into position to get ready to hold them again. We are training the cattle to start, move, slow, stop and hold. If we cannot do that, we are going to have trouble getting them out of the gate. If you are having trouble, repeat the moving to the corners and holding them. Hold them in the corner until the cattle are settled, and get ready for riders to change positions to get the gate and move into the position in the lane. When you are ready, 1 rider will go and get the gates, whilst the other 3 riders hold the herd. If the cattle are still settled, another rider will move into position in the lane to block the lane. If the cattle do not exit on their own, you will need to influence them out the gate. Depending on how many riders you have will determine if you remain near the gate or in the original holding position. Keep applying and releasing pressure on the cattle to keep them flowing out the gate. Do not apply pressure on cattle at the back if they have nowhere to go, because if you do, they will want to run past you and away. Remain calm and think about what you are doing. Never start something if you can't control the outcome. The only way to work cattle quickly is slowly. It is important that someone is in the lead setting the pace. Do not let the cattle run or get strung out in the lane. Use zigzag movement at the back of the herd to keep the flow going. The lead rider can enter the yard and then move to the side as the cattle start to enter and fill the pen. When cattle walk to the yards in a controlled livestock movement, they are easy to handle and have learnt good habits, not bad habits. You've now seen how we apply a systems approach to moving the cattle out of the winter pens, which means we can move them more reliably, more often.